Alright, back again. We got another key fragment. Don't know quite how many of those we have. Just enough to open another chest. Neat. Alright, just gonna... Let's look at characters we could afford right now. So, characters that are played in the support role that I don't have. Rel, Seraphine, Set, Senna, Yumi, Pike. There's a lot. And they're all very expensive. There's no way we're going to be able to afford them all. So we have to pretty much decide on either a style or a handful that we want to play and stick with it. Right now, one of the ones I'm considering trying to get because it's somewhat interesting to me is Maokai support. Because I know it is not as easy as the Leona, but it serves kind of a weird functional purpose. It's both engage and peel depending on how you use it. And with saplings, you can control space very well if you set up. What I need to do is turn around and go through my list, because Shaco support controls space in the same way that Maokai support does, but is more of a kind of poke harass champion in lane. And he's good at denying engages. So if you're up against a team that wants to just kind of run at you, and you're able to play Shaco and set up your little jack-in-the-box things beforehand, and your team can play around them, that can be pretty strong. So I think I'll probably buy Shaco and Maokai and try and learn to play that playstyle. Mostly because it's interesting. Swain's another one that was played in support but is currently not in favor. Karma comes and goes as a character that is generally a good support. Then there's just the poke harass champions like Xerath and Vel'Koz. Bard is a very unique playstyle, and like Zillion, you can give you experience leads. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting options. I just don't think I'm ready to make a decision. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll go through my champion list there and see if I can't kind of keep track of what characters do what well and which ones I think are better, and try and make a decision based on that. Currently we're still trying to use summoner spells. Probably won't happen this game, but maybe in 2 or 3. More at the rate I was going in the first game. Hopefully we'll get into queue sometime soon. Generally this early in the draft I just take Nami and hope I can play the lane out. I don't know what works well with Samira. I think Alistair would. The knock-up. Janna could. So banning none is generally never a good idea, with the exception being if you're hoping the other team only bans 5 things so that you can pick up whatever remains of whatever you think is overpowered. I don't know. I'm not really feeling too spicy right now. I think I'll just play Nami and see what happens. So both Swain and Aatrox heal a lot, so we might try and go for the anti-healing item early on. Lucian Senna bot lane. Bad if I get trapped. Grab a second armor, a little bit more respect. I think Sivir can do well in this lane. I think in this lane we almost always are going to take bubble second. Unless we have reason to believe that there's some sort of gank coming or something. So it's most likely Volibear jungle, Aatrox top, Swain mid, Senna support, and Lucian AD carry. Most likely. And because they don't have, like, Volibear running at us is their biggest form of engage, with the exception of getting rooted by Senna. I'm not super worried about getting dived on. Lots of teleports. I think the game is going to depend on whether or not our Yi can get ahead. Because if we can't just roll over them, we're going to have a little bit of trouble when it comes to killing tanks. So I exist to kind of create space for my Sivir and try and somehow keep these two alive. Might be a hard game. Now, trading auto attacks with Senna is probably not a good idea. It's one of the few characters that can out-trade Nami. I might even consider going for the item that kills minions because of that. Let me see how much mana regen I lose, and then I'll make a decision based on that. This is definitely a lane where we're going to get poked a lot. 50% base mana regen, and that's health regen. I don't think we can give this up. We're just going to have to be very careful about how we trade.
People and their air.
Pardon me, I gotta move the thing a second. I know this makes noise, I'm sorry. One of the other things I need to work on is not holding down the spacebar and locking my camera.
Your towers will splinter like rotten teeth.
I'm okay with just getting my stacks.
Minions have spawned.
Ew, whale breath. There's always another wave. Better duck.
Two guns, one you.
If you cut a problem, make it two. For each barrel.
My quest beckons. Heads up.
And right now we're just trading auto attacks. Sivir's wasting a lot of mana.
I'll find you.
First blood.
Better duck.
Generally you can get away with that. The trade went really well for us, mostly because they lined up for Sivir's boomerang throw thing.
Heads up. Quit flopping around. Ride upon the wave.
He walked over a ward whether he knows it or not. Getting that crab.
Better duck. Nice try. You see
Has slain an enemy.
Apparently it just needed one more auto attack for that
Has been
ignite tick.
slain.
That is Sivir's flash though.
I will see my home again.
Holy shit, push the wave.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
People are counting on me.
An ally has been slain.
The whole play went too slow. It's not a bad play per se, but it was definitely too slow. We're gonna play Lucid Boots, and we're gonna play Moonstone. I can't afford much, so...
Sure as the tides.
The Senna's not bad, the Lucian is new for sure. I might have backed on a ward. I thought it had expired, but we'll see. You need to trade back. Yep, we're just gonna bully the crap out of this lane.
An ally has been slain. Ally has been slain.
This is Minnows play.
And then my job becomes make sure Lucian isn't in experience range.
People in their air.
Unfortunately, the wave is pushing.
The ocean will sweep them away.
Okay, so he might flash my bubble. The Sivir has no map awareness.
My quest beckons.
Oh, he wanted to go on her. That was a kill. So that's probably more summoner spells than I needed to expend, but we are on a mission to blow summoner spells, and that seemed to do the trick. One more plate, and then I'll back. And if we can land this bubble.
Flopping around. I still hear the song of the sea.
Alright, we're going mid, and we're going to try and help get a kill mid, because our AD carry is just now backing, so we've got a little bit of time to blow. Time to blow. Time to spend? Unsure. At the very least, we can heal the Annie a little bit, and if we're at super lucky, they'll try and do something crazy. We'll stick around and give her one more heal.
Killing spree.
Ride
So Nami seems to work well with rather short-range AD carries. I don't know why Sivir decided like late was time to blow everything. If she'd ulted immediately when I landed my ability the first time, she'd have been fine.
Shut down.
We are all tied to your death. Swim against the current.
All will crumble.
Okay, so our Yi understands in general how to play the game. Our Sivir has no map awareness, which is fine. It's just me trying to make observations to determine how to play later. I have to come back up the Yi, because if the Yi meets anybody else, he's in trouble.
Wash them away.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Alright, hopefully now I can help topside. Does he have the... He does. We have our Moonstone, and we're going straight into a Chemtech because they're,
People in their air.
Swain.
Turret plating will soon.
So how is this Aurelia doing? She seems to be faring fairly well versus the Aatrox.
There's always another way.
I am here.
Quit flopping around.
Coming to clear this ward he just placed. Volibear.
I still hear the song of the sea.
An enemy has been slain.
Nope. Our teammates are special. That's definitely the most polite way to put it.
Such a death. Far greater.
Enemy killing spree.
Lucian has no map awareness. That's good.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Aurelia's doesn't understand map movement, which is, again, low-level game. What do you expect? Or she had a better idea of where he was than I did.
Down.
Welcome to the deep end.
If someone was calling targets, that would have gone better. But at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. I don't think we need the mana regen as much. And I can buy a couple pink wards anyway. I positioned really poorly because I thought we were going aggressive. I thought Yi would hit Lucian, Senna, and then come back for the Aatrox.
Swim against the current.
So the functional difference is the Aatrox has armor boots, reduced incoming from auto attacks by 12%.
An enemy has been slain.
Now I'm regretting not having the mana regen.
There's always another way.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm particularly vulnerable. I don't really want this fight. Can we take this?
My quest beckons.
I'm not worried about them trying to do Baron. That'd be dumb on their part.
I still hear the sound of
Enemy has been slain. Kill.
I will see my home again.
Your team has destroyed.
Is fine too.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Riding on the waves.
Rampage.
I really wanted to save her.
This is me.
Captain, you're 8 different brands of Special K cornflakes if you think my R was going to save you there. You needed the heal.
I'll find my path.
Have mid already. Better. Bot and top. Have drag. I can barely like think before I communicate, so if you hear me trying to like talk what I'm typing, I'm that kind of tired right now. This ward is not the best since our rest of our vision is so far up.
Sure as the tides.
This is better. What is that?
Has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
And you use mid because he can be, I guess. And that's it.
A summoner has disconnected.
That was a game. I'm sorry I'm a little bit out of it, but I wasn't 100% on what to make of most of my teammates. This person was okay. Alright, I wonder what's in our basic champion capsule. Yeah, at this level of play, the individual objectives are not necessarily like you have to do them in this order, but doing them is important. So it's not as important if you do the dragon before you take the inhibitor, but you have to know that you need to do those objectives, if that makes sense. A little bit more blue essence. And then I will start a new recording and play another game.